Okay, now that I am awake, my teeth are brushed and flossed, I am caffeinated, and in my business attire, I think it's time to give you guys a little mini story time about what on earth happened yesterday. So basically, I was out doing mystery shops in the morning. Jack was chilling here. Whenever I do a bunch of mystery shops, I usually do them first thing in the morning because that's before everybody takes them. So yeah, I went out, I was doing that, but I also usually always forget to eat anything. I don't eat before I leave, I don't eat while I'm out, and then I come back and I usually forget to eat again. So that was the situation. So I get home, it's I don't know, 1 p.m. and Jack and I are like, you know what, it's the weekend. I'm gonna close the window. You know what, it's the weekend, let's get something to eat for lunch, let's be bad, we're gonna get McDonald's. They have, I guess, new chicken nugget sauce flavors, and I'm ready to try them. I love McDonald's chicken nuggets. I love any chicken nuggets, really. So yeah, I was super down for that. We could have ordered the McDonald's, but there's one literally right down the street within easy walking distance. Let me check just how close that McDonald's is. Yeah, it's 600 meters away. It's a 9-minute walk, if even that. So we were like, yeah, let's just walk to McDonald's. So we get ready, and just before we leave, we get this notification, and I'll put it up on the screen here so that you guys can see what it says. Emergency alert. At 1:06 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday, Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this mobile coverage area. Take cover immediately if threatening weather approaches. And then it says it in French. So Jack and I are just sitting there, all ready to go to get our little nuggies, and we get this emergency alert. So I check the weather app because you know how it says when it's supposed to rain, if it's supposed to rain that day, and it said 2 p.m. Now, I received this emergency alert message at 1:06 p.m. So I was like, oh yeah, the rain's not supposed to start until 2, we're good. So we go. Yeah, we go downstairs and cross the street, basically we're on one side of the street and the McDonald's is on the other side. So we have to cross and then cross again to be on the right part of the street to get there. So we cross, we're on the right side. All we have to do is keep walking straight and we're gonna be at the McDonald's in 5 minutes tops. And that's when it starts to rain. Just a little bit, but the raindrops are this big. No joke, they're huge.
I'm in danger.
I started laughing because it started to rain. It was 1 drop, 2 drops, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 drops, and I was like, oh no. It's funny because as soon as I saw that first drop, my brain just told me turn around and run. But I was like, it's just a little rain. Let me just say that the reason that we still left the house after getting the emergency alert was because we get emergency alerts like this. I don't want to say often, but we've gotten a few. Whenever we've received them, it's always a thunderstorm, there's lightning, maybe strongish winds, but it's never been anything crazy. If you were to go outside, usually you're gonna get wet, but you'll be fine. So we were like, you know what, we're starving, we're not ordering Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats for something that's 2 minutes away. Anyway, the reason that we left was because we didn't think that it was going to be anywhere near as bad as it was. So yeah, we're across the street, the rain starts coming down a little bit, it's still not a lot, but it started raining fairly consistently. So we were like, you know what, I think it's time to turn around. We were still really close to the building. Again, we had just crossed and then taken a few steps. So the building's right there. So we were like, you know what? Let's go home. We'll try again in a little bit. So we turn around and it starts pouring. And still at this point, it's not that bad. It's pouring rain, yes, but it's meh, you're just getting wet. So we were like, ah ha 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 ha. So we crossed the street once, and then we're waiting at the lights to cross again, because this is where we are. This is where our building is, and the light is red going our way, so we have to wait until we can actually cross. While we're waiting, it gets crazy. So like I mentioned, it was pouring, we were getting soaked, but then the wind started gusting, and that's when shit hit the fan, quite literally, because oh my gosh, we're still standing at the light, it's still red, there's a car that's coming, and they are, I don't know if the weather had to do with why they couldn't stop, but he basically makes it to a stop, but like halfway through the crosswalk. The light has turned green, so we can walk, but the wind is so strong that you try to walk, like the wind and the rain, and there was hail, like toonie sized hail apparently. It was so strong that you try to walk and you're literally getting blown away. So yeah, that's the point where it started to get really scary, because I started to cross the street and then the wind, the rain, the hail, everything was coming so hard that I could not see. I couldn't even see like the ground in front of my feet. And the terrifying thing about it is we're in the middle of the street, like we're crossing. I would assume I can't see anything, nobody else can see anything. And the thought that kept like racing through my mind was, a car is going to blow through this intersection and send me flying. Like, this is it. I've had a good run. Like, that's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm like not even a quarter of the way across the street and I'm getting blown around. It's so difficult for me to walk that I actually consider just turning around. Then I see, like, I managed to like peel my eyes open a little bit and I see that the countdown timer has started and it's still at like, I don't know, like 18, maybe 15 seconds left. And I'm like, no, you know what? This is insane. The rain is so, like, being blown so hard by the wind that it is hitting my face. My face is stinging at this point from like just the impact of the rain and the hail. And I was like, no, I can't just stand outside in this. Like, I need to get inside. So I just decide, you know what? I'm just gonna push through it. It hurts. I'm getting thrown every which way, but you know what? I need to get across the street before the light changes. I'm trying not to like fall over, and I get like almost all the way across the street to the point where I can see the pillar that the actual crosswalk sign is on, and I just like reach out and like grab it to get myself the rest of the way across the street. Mind you, apparently at some point my keys were in my pocket and they fell. I had no idea. Again, it's raining, it's hailing, the wind is apparently 130 kilometers per hour. I'm getting whipped with rain and hail. I'm in pain, I can't see. When I open my eyes, I'm getting rain and hail in my eyes. So yeah, I have no recollection of dropping my keys, but Jack was behind me and he saw, thank God, because they would have definitely gotten run over. But yeah, so back to the story. I get across the street, I'm like yanking on the pole to get myself to this little, I need pictures to show you guys because I can't really explain this well enough, but basically you cross and then there's like a little turning lane. So I'm here at the crosswalk, there's a little turning lane and then the sidewalk that leads to my building. So I am there, and again, like I'm in so much pain from all of this wind and rain and hail, but I'm like, you know what? I'm so close, let's go. So I just book it across that little part. Meanwhile, in my head, I'm like, if there's a car coming, again, I am getting thrown. Okay, because there's no way the driver of this car is gonna be able to see me. And I was just banking on the fact that nobody was crazy enough to still keep trying to drive in that weather, which I don't think anybody was, thank God. But yeah, so I just take every last bit of energy in me to like book it across that little part and like get up to the doors to the lobby of my building. Still, I'm getting pushed around by the wind. I'm trying to go straight, but I'm going like, woo, woo. I finally make it in and I'm like drenched. My face, like the whole right side of my face is stinging. Like my lip, it was so bad. It was so bad. And like even hours later, my right eye was in pain. I finally make it inside the little lobby area of the building. There was a guy that made it in right before me. This entire time I was thinking that this guy who made it into the building before me was Jack. Because remember, Jack and I were on the other side of the street together. But no, he was behind me. He picked up my keys. And then actually just before I got in, I see like this shadow almost, like this figure just blow right past me, like behind me, and go down past the building. I want to try to like insert a picture or something to again give you guys a better understanding of what this area looks like. But basically the corner of the building is like this, the door's here, and then like this side is all just like glass windows so you can like see across the street and everything. But yeah, so Jack gets absolutely like thrown by the wind all the way down the sidewalk trying to get into the building. Like, this is how strong this wind was. I get inside, but then I realize like this man that's already in here is not Jack, so it must have been Jack that just got like launched. So I'm like, oh my gosh, where is he? Like, is he okay? And then I see him like come back around the corner, and then we both get inside, and there are, I want to say, about 10 people in the lobby. Some people are waiting for the elevator, some people are just like staring in absolute disbelief outside at what's going on. At this point, I managed to take out my camera, or my phone rather, and get a couple of clips. I wish that I was filming when I was outside so that you guys could see how truly insane it was. But then again, if I took out my phone, bet it would have just flown away. But yeah, so I will insert those clips from when we got into the lobby of the building now so that you guys can see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's messed up. Wow.
I was at the light, like at
Yeah, we were.
Yes, sir.
I was at Bailey and Hayworth, and it turned red right in front of me as I was about to cross.
Oh no.
And then as I'm waiting, it started.
Jeez.
It would have been perfectly dry.
Oh my gosh. No, we have to take the stairs. Look at my pants. Like, this is water.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, no, that's not. Oh my gosh. I lost you like halfway. You coming?
I saw you drop your keys, so I went to grab them.
Oh, I had no clue. Holy crap.
I thought it was just your mask, but I was going to just leave it.
Good thing you didn't.
But I saw it was your keys, so I was like, I could have got it.
Oh my gosh. No, that's insane. That is so crazy. No wonder they sent a warning.
I think my pants fell down.
Oh my god. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, it was raining so hard. Like, I was wearing pants that were like cinched at the ankles, and I don't know how well you guys could see it in the video, but like my pants were like ballooned full of water. We were drenched. When I walked, you could hear like the squishing from my shoes. It was crazy. And then the power started to flicker. So the power went out for a little bit while we were in the lobby. It was like on and off. And yeah, we're looking out the window in just horror and dismay. By the time we got inside, it had actually started to improve. Like, you could actually see. By some like terrible stroke of bad luck, we ended up being outside during the peak, the absolute worst part of that entire thing. Like, there was probably a good, I don't know, 5 to 15 minutes where it was just crazy, and we were out for the entirety of that. After that, like, I was panting, like it was hard to breathe because there was like water that had gotten just in my nose and my mouth. Like, I was not about to climb that many stairs. So the power came back on, and it had been on for like a minute or so. There was an elevator there, and I was like, I'm down, let's do it. And of course Jack was like, oh, that's a good idea. We did make it up to our floor and we were fine. You should have seen, like, there was just a trail of water from the front door all the way to the bathroom, and then like we literally just had to like get out of all the wet clothes, just threw everything in the bathtub. And by the time we got back upstairs, the power was out again. So this is around, I want to say like 1:30 p.m. We're back upstairs, like wrapped in towels, just trying to make sense of what has just happened. And yeah, the power was out from that time until about 11:30 p.m. We couldn't use the microwave, we couldn't use the stove, we don't have any other way to cook anything. Obviously we didn't end up getting anything to eat. We can't order like Skip the Dishes or Uber Eats because we're not trying to subject anybody to that. So yeah, eventually we just legitimately fell asleep. Like, it was such an exhausting experience. And then we, hours later, around like 6, ended up waking up and ordering from our favorite chicken place, which we like to joke is like the reason that we moved to where we moved, because that is where the best Korean fried chicken is. Like, it's just a short walk from our apartment. The power was out, so we were like, oh, rip, we're not going to be able to eat anything because, you know, they're not going to be able to fry the chicken. with no power. We called and they were open. About 30 minutes later, we walk over there to go get it. And then, yeah, we just came back and like sat and ate Korean fried chicken in the dark, which was kind of fun. I'm so sweaty. And I don't like board games. We played Monopoly, okay? That's how bored we were. But yeah, that was quite the experience. I really needed to tell this story because that is the most insane storm experience I have ever had in my life. And I know you're probably thinking, well, you guys were kind of dumb for going outside after getting an emergency weather warning. I've never seen it be that bad. Like, that was actually insane. Like, hurricane level winds and rain and hail. But that being said, I don't think we are ever going to go out after getting an emergency weather alert again. So lesson learned, I guess. That's the positive from this. And if you guys think that I am exaggerating, then take a look at these news headlines from after the storm.
The storm hit the province in the afternoon of Saturday, May 21st, and brought winds as high as 130 kilometers per hour, along with hail that ranged from the size of a nickel to the size of a toonie.
Oh, now would be a great time if you wanted to give your little 2 cents about the hilarity that ensued yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, okay. So it started coming down. I was sort of like the meme where like arrows are falling on the guy and he's like towering over someone.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll pull it up.
Alright. Oh, I'll insert it.
Yeah.
Show me the meme. What? I've never seen that before.
You've never seen this before?
No. Okay, alright.
I was like, wow, it's really coming down. Shalik was in front of me. I saw her keys just fly off to the side. So I like dive bomb on her and I picked attention. Yeah, so I pick up the keys and then you're like basically at the apartment and then I'm like fighting my way through and then a big gust of wind comes and pushes me like down the street. And then like I'm looking through the window at the lobby and everyone's looking at me,
Yeah.
like dying. And then I muster all my strength and make it into the lobby. It felt like 20 minutes, but it was probably like 10 seconds.
What is it that you were saying?
Oh, my
earlier?
pants fell down. When I got pushed back, I had like my Holter monitor on.
Yeah.
Because stuff. And then, yeah, that pulled my pants down.
That's hilarious. Like, that was wild, man. This is the craziest thing I've ever experienced. And we were out getting chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that was bad timing.
Yeah.
It was only like, there's only like 10 minutes of that period and we just were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to sit down and tell you guys about this crazy thing that happened yesterday so that, you know, hopefully somebody can get some amusement out of my pain and suffering, because boy was there pain and suffering involved in that experience. If you guys enjoyed this story time and you want to hear more like it, I've definitely, you know, been through a lot that I could talk about, then let me know by leaving this video a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me, like the one that I'm gonna go edit right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!